Hey guys, and welcome to another GameXplain discussion. I'm your host, Andre Seegers, and this time we're joined by Ash Paulson to discuss today's upcoming Smash Bros. Event before it's even happened. So let's get started. Alright Ash, so there's a huge event happening in just a few hours today. With Nintendo showing off, basically it sounds like blowing out Smash Bros. Wii U. Specifically, according to Sakurai's latest update, they will be showing off 50 must-see things in the game. Which is a little bit interesting in and of itself, because in the original announcement of this, they said 50 new things in Smash Bros. Wii U.
Right, they seem to have kind of altered the message slightly over the course of advertising this direct or live event or whatever it is.
I'm calling it right now, all 50 of those things are just going to be a breakdown of each character that we already know about.
Yeah, or it's just going to be like, you know, all the amiibos and then like 20 new things that are already in the 3DS version or something like that.
Right, exactly. Okay, but seriously, how hyped are you right now?
You know, I'm still really hyped. I'm keeping my hype in check because, again, they have kind of changed the messaging a bit, and it seems like a few of these things, at least, are things that are already in the 3DS version. So it doesn't seem like it really is going to be 50 all-new things for the Wii U version, but I still think it's going to be a pretty exciting event. When
I read that originally, I'm like, that has to be a pretty liberal use of the word new. So, yeah, but I am still excited to see what they're going to show off. I don't think they've announced how long it's going to be yet. Maybe they will by the time this video goes up. But I have a feeling we're in for a pretty lengthy showing.
Well, I mean, I figured it would have to be, because if it's just 30 minutes, like a lot of their directs, I mean, that's only half a minute reserved for each, must-see thing. So that doesn't seem like it's very long.
So I guess, well, that's a good point, is how do you think this will be formatted? Because I'm thinking they will group some together. They're like, 1 through 5. Here's 5 different stages based around Kirby or something, or something like that.
Yeah, probably. I'm guessing it's going to end up being around 40-45 minutes, like the April Smash Bros. Direct was. That's kind of what I'm thinking, but I don't know. I mean, either way, it is still called the Super Smash Bros. 4 Wii U 50 Fact Extravaganza. So I mean, there is still a focus on Wii U.
Right.
So that at least makes me hope that that a lot of the facts or whatever they aren't going to be things that are in the 3DS version as well.
Yeah, I certainly hope so. Unfortunately, today's pick of the day doesn't really offer any additional insight. It's just a picture of the boxing ring, which is cool, but we will save that for our weekly discussion. However, the previous pick of the day actually did give us a little taste of what's to come in the event today, and it's apparently a screenshot from what Sakurai is calling a secret characters reveal trailer, and clearly we have no idea who this could be in this image. He censored it. And actually, what's actually pretty funny here is by censoring it, it actually makes it look like a really dirty image.
Yeah, it does.
But yeah, so obviously this is from Duck Hunt's reveal trailer. So clearly, at least Duck Hunt will get a trailer, and I wouldn't be surprised if a few other characters do as well. But I guess, since we haven't talked about this yet, and we could in the weekly, but it'll be old news by that point, what do you think about I guess, everything related to this image?
Well, I think it's fairly a certain thing at this point that the event will probably open up with Duck Hunt's reveal trailer.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised if it didn't, really. And then I guess the real question for me is if Bowser Jr. is also going to get a reveal trailer tomorrow, or if we're going to have to wait a couple of weeks for that. But I mean, I think it's pretty cool that even though everyone knows these characters in the game, they still made reveal trailers for them. So it's kind of a backwards way to reveal these characters, but these trailers for Smash Brothers, all the newcomer reveal trailers, have been amazing. So I'm happy to have another one just for the sake of it.
Well, Ash, if you go off what the internet's been saying, it's not a Duck Hunt reveal trailer, it's a Andre reveal trailer.
That's true, which I thought was fantastic, how kind of the internet has kind of taken that and run with it.
that was pretty funny. Apparently, someone noticed on Smashboards that I'm holding a zapper in in our channel image, and on Twitter and on Facebook even. And, it's all, like, Smash Brothers themed. So, obviously, this is me holding the zapper here.
Yeah, except your hand is very feminine.
Maybe I just like to moisturize? Yeah, I mean, I think it's actually really cool that we are getting more reveal trailers. That's one of the best parts about Smash Brothers. But it's also weird, right? Like, I feel like I would much rather have seen this before we even knew about Duck Hunt, before Duck Hunt was confirmed, and before the game came out even. It just feels weird to have it after the fact. It'll be neat. It's just, I don't know, like, it's hard to care about that much.
No, I agree. I mean, it really is just a matter of hoping and thinking that the trailer's going to be cool, but there's not a whole lot of hype because we already know the characters in the game. We've been playing as them for a month. The only thing I can think of that maybe the reason they're not showing us this trailer until now is because there's something else that we weren't supposed to see until now. I don't know if that means more characters or stages or modes, but something in this trailer that Sakurai didn't want us to see until now. Possibly. I don't know.
That could be. I mean, that would partially explain it. So I guess on that topic, do you expect any new characters to be announced during this?
I can't say that I do, and that's not because I don't think more characters are coming. I mean, I think we've pretty much had it proven at this point from people going through the game's data that DLC is coming no matter what. What we don't know is if there are going to be some characters unlocked by connecting the 3DS version to the Wii U version, as has been rumored. But it doesn't. I mean, considering we're only getting Duck Hunt's reveal trailer tomorrow, and they still have a month of news to fill, I don't really see us getting the rumored characters like Dixie or Chorus Kids or something like that tomorrow. I'd love to be wrong, but I'm gonna call it and say no, we're not.
So I am so torn. If I had to choose, I think we actually. So I guess let me phrase it this way: if there are upcoming characters in Smash Bros. Wii U, I feel like at least one of them will be announced because this is a big event. Everyone's gonna be watching it. This is the time to blow out at least another character or two. There is no bigger way to build hype than to show another character, and I think that would do it. And this is the time. And if they don't show all of them off, assuming there is more than one, they could dole those out over the upcoming weeks, or even post-release even, to keep the momentum going after the games come out.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I feel like there are there's an equal number of reasons to believe that there could be characters shown off tomorrow versus there aren't going to be any characters shown off tomorrow. So either way, it's going to be interesting to see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm totally torn. I feel like there does have to be new characters, at some point, if not announced tomorrow. But, I feel weird just saying that, because we already had such a great roster, and it feels so established already. But I would love for there to be more. Because it is kind of weird going to a Smash Brothers game, where we're already intimately familiar with how every character will play, or every character we know about so far will play.
Yeah. No, and that's one of the reasons I really do hope we're getting a few more characters. Not because I think the roster as it is disappointing. Quite the opposite. I think it's an amazing roster, but it is too bad going to the definitive version of a new Smash Brothers game, already knowing the entire roster and having already played all the characters in the entire roster many times.
Exactly.
So yeah, no, I really do hope there are at least a couple more characters coming, and maybe we'll see one tomorrow.
So what other expectations do you have for this? Is there anything anything in particular you expect or want to see, or you think they'll do during the event?
I think tomorrow's probably going to be mainly focused on the gameplay modes that set Smash Bros. Wii U apart. So I think we're going to see more on Master Orders and Crazy Orders for one.
Right.
I think we might maybe get a formal reveal of 8-player Smash.
I hope so.
I hope so. That'd be great. Which seems like it would go perfectly well with Bowser Jr.'s trailer if he's getting one. Because you got Bowser Jr. and all the Koopalings.
Oh, that's a good point. They'll all be fighting each other in the trailer.
Yeah.
And
I mean, that seems like it would be perfect.
And lots of people have pointed out, and in our comments, that every character has 8 different skins, such as Bowser Jr. for instance. In that case, it's completely different characters. It is like it was built with this in mind, that all 8 people or all 8 costumes could be in effect at once. And I love the idea of having all the Koopalings and Bowser Jr. fighting each other.
Me too.
At the same time.
Yeah, no, me too. And but like I said, I do think tomorrow will be focused on modes. So like the board game mode as well, and maybe some things that we've already seen in Picks of the Day, but are still exclusive to the Wii U version. So like the photo studio, for example, things like that. So maybe the Wii U trophy shop. So I don't think everything tomorrow is actually going to be new, but I do think it's going to be focused on what sets Smash Bros. Wii U apart gameplay-wise in terms of modes.
So I guess when you say new, are you using new in the sense that we haven't seen it at all?
I'm using new in the sense of things that haven't been officially revealed. So, like, even though 8-player Smash has been heavily rumored because of things that fans have found out themselves, I would consider that to be a new thing if it's revealed officially tomorrow. Okay,
well, yeah, I mean, I agree in that there's no way in hell there's going to be 50 new things that we don't know about at all. That's that straight up is not happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, they will definitely cover some familiar ground that we've already seen. But they will be able to show off more of it. Like, as we said many times before, when it comes to the modes, we know so little about pretty much everything in this game. I mean, we know, of course, about the characters and some of the stages, but not anywhere close to all of them, though. But mode-wise, we know practically nothing. So,
yeah.
I am really excited to see more, and I have to say I'm most excited, based on what we know, of course, to see the board game mode. I mean, either that, or whatever the main, the Smash Run equivalent is, if that's not it.
Yeah, and I would actually, I would be surprised if we didn't see that. Whatever the Smash Run equivalent is in Wii U, I'm almost sure we'd have to see it tomorrow, because this is their chance to really, drum up hype for the game and show people, people who are less, hardcore fans, why, if they already own the 3DS version, why they need to own the Wii U version too. This is like their chance to do that. So they really have to sell it.
if that's what they need to do, all they have to show is a GameCube controller on the screen for the entire half an hour.
And they probably will. Honestly, one of the 50 things is probably going to be the GameCube adapter.
Right. So actually, real quick, because speaking of 8-player Smash and the GameCube controller, do you think they'll let you connect to GameCube adapters so you can use 8 GameCube controllers for 8-player Smash?
You know, I wonder if it's technically possible. I don't know why they wouldn't.
Well, they have enough USB ports, I believe, so they should be able to.
Yeah, so I mean, if that's the case, then unless there's some reason it's not technically feasible, I feel like they will definitely do that.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
One thing I personally hope for is I hope that they spend a little time highlighting some of the new music we're getting in My Music.
Oh, I certainly hope so.
You know, I know that Smash Bros. Wii U soundtrack is going to have more music above and beyond what we have in Smash Bros. 3DS.
Right.
So I do hope that we get a little time spent on My Music and what to expect for some of the stages, and hell, some new stages in general. Like, maybe we'll get a formal reveal of the Woohoo Island stage that seems to be floating around out there.
That and Kirby's Great Cave Offensive.
Right. There could be a segment focused on returning stages.
Yeah, I mean, that's certainly true. And actually, speaking of which, I really do hope that they go back further than just Brawl and the melee stages that appeared in that game. And I would like to see the return to 64 stages, but they were missing completely from Brawl. And those are some of my favorite in the entire Smash series. Like I said before, like I loved every one of those stages. There's not a single stage in that game I didn't like. And I can't say that about every stage in any other Smash Brothers game. So.
Yeah, I hear you. I mean, I would really like to see the return of Hyrule Castle, Saffron City, Kingdom 2. I mean, yeah, 64 had some great stages. And actually, I mean, I'm not a big fan of the mod in general, but Project M, you saw that. So they released a new trailer where they're introducing HD Smash Bros. 64 stages. And I have to say, even though I'm not a fan of the mod, they've done amazing work on Hyrule Castle.
Mm-hmm. They did.
Yeah. I'd love to see something even close to that in Smash Bros. Wii U, even though I don't necessarily think we will.
Oh man, I hope so. So do you have any other anything else you want to see here, Ash, or any off-the-wall expectations you or desires you have to see tomorrow or today?
I think my off-the-wall crazy expectation is that every single one of the 50 must-see things is a new character. We're getting 50 new characters tomorrow. I want nothing less.
That would be amazing. Holy crap,
awesome.
Dude. Although, dude, me and Derek would just shut down from the analysis videos. Holy crap.
There's no way we could even there's no way we could even cover all that.
Nope. Well, yeah, speaking of which, I feel like we're going to have a lot to cover.
Oh, man.
In some sense, I'm almost hoping it's not 50 new things, simply because it's going to be ridiculous for us to go through.
I know. Yeah, and I'm, and during the first time I watch it, I'm probably going to be, furiously live tweeting the whole thing for people who can't watch it live. So I'm going to want to go back and watch it again later anyway, because I'm probably not going to be able to be 100% focused on it between all my tweeting and updating and everything like that.
Yeah, but I am pretty excited. Are you as well, Ash?
Oh yeah, no, I'm ready. Bring it on. It's 3 p.m. tomorrow Pacific time, so for us, that's when we're going to be watching it.
We are so close to the game coming out, man.
I know, it's
so
30 days now.
Yep.
30 or 29 or however you want to count it, but we are very close, and it's looking like, we got our review copies of Smash 3DS 2 weeks in advance, so you and I could have the game to play it, and start reviewing it as soon as 2 weeks from now.
That'd be amazing, right?
It would be crazy.
Would be so good. Oh, dude, I'm pretty stoked. I am really excited to see what happens today in the event, and we will have tons of coverage from it afterward. All kinds, I'm sure. So stay tuned for that.
Yep.
Alright, I think that wraps up our Smash Brothers predictions discussion, so thanks for watching. If you liked our discussion, make sure to like and follow us on Facebook and Twitter at GameXplain, which you can find links to in the description below. It's a good way to keep up to date on everything we post. And of course, keep an eye on GameXplain.com for more Smash Brothers Wii U and 3DS and other things gaming as well. Alright, thanks guys. Bye.